Hello, welcome to Thursday. I'm again Emma, and I'm going to be playing the Maritime Club with Ethan this evening. So, yes, we're just 1 minute away from starting. Last week we had a decent game, tied for second our direction. Could have been better. Some errors, notably this one. This is probably the worst error I made. Don't even blame Ethan. This was me botching a relay. Yeah, but I think there's also some really good stuff. This hand was a good one, so yeah, we'll see. We're now just waiting for everything to start. So I pick up this 12 count with 6 clubs. If it gets to me, I will be opening this 2 clubs, because this is 11 to 15, 6 plus clubs is the 2 club bid. However, I'm not optimistic on it getting to me. Realize my link is broken. Okay, so Ethan opened 1 heart. So this is not quite an invite, not quite a game force. I'm going to see what's going on in his hand. This is semi-forcing, I guess I should say that. Semi-forcing, but it's really forcing because if he can only pass with a balanced minimum, and if he has a balanced minimum, he won't open that one. No. So we'll see. Okay, so he now has 2 hearts. I think I'm just going to straight up go. I have potentially a rough. Clubs might be useful. We have a 8-card fit. So it's tight, but, you know, as Kip Woosley sometimes says, sometimes bad games make. So let's see what's going on. So the 9 of clubs gets led. We look to have 2 8-card fits, so I think probably the end result with a lot of this should be to try to eventually run clubs. Okay. So the ace of clubs was on side, tough. So that's the best lead. The true strengths to weaknesses. Unless West was staring at 3 clubs in their hand, that's like the best lead. I mean, you want to give partner a chance to get a rough. 10. Okay, so that's okay. So now what we want to do is to draw a trump, hope they're 3-2, and if they are, then we'll cross the diamond and 4 clubs have 4 non-clubs written on them. Okay, so now Ethan is going to start pitching spades. And now East is thinking about whether or not to ruff. They did not, which secures the contract. Now you can take their Queen of Hearts at any time, and the Ace of Spades goes away as a winner. No, West have it, I think. So again, we were allowed to discard all of our spades onto the clubs before West decided to ruff in. I think there was a concern about ruffing with the high queen, but there we go. Made exactly. So another pair made exactly. Some people were in 3 and some people went down. So this is a 13 count with 6 clubs. So again, if it gets to me, I'm going to open 2 clubs. I'm now just going to overcall 2 clubs, showing probably, I think the agreement is probably something like 10 plus and 5 plus, 10 plus points, 5 plus clubs. So we'll see. Okay. So Ethan is just making more noise. I am happy to let it go here. Okay. So we bought the contract at 3 clubs. I'm not unhappy. I expect a spade lead, but maybe not. Okay. Okay, so now the question is, can something bad happen to me if I take the finesse? So if I take the finesse, the worst thing that can happen to me is that a heart gets led through, and I am never, if the Ace of Hearts is offside, I am never going to be able to get that heart anyways, so nothing bad can happen to me if I duck. Or rather, nothing bad can happen to me other than what already can happen to me. In fact, how this contract plays is independent of my decisions. And is entirely dependent on what happens next is important. So now East needs to be very careful to not lead a spade unless they know that I'm getting uppercut. If they do not know that I'm getting uppercut, then they probably That's the best thing. I'm going to fly the king because I have no play other than to fly the king. And now they cash those 2 tricks. And now I can just freely rough anything high. That's all. Everything inside is high. They got their tricks before. And there's nothing I can do to touch the contract. This is a balanced 9 count. I am getting out. Other tables, yep, some people were in 3 clubs tied. That some people got doubled, some people got too high. 3 spades. Looks like it's actually supposed to make, so we beat par. So I think this is a decent result, decent board, even if it's not necessarily going to work out. As a great board. Final results are in. I have nothing to tell partner. I am going to leave 2 spades as is, where I'm happy. The level I'm going to go to. This is likely a negative double, asking partner to bid. Probably at least 4-4 in the red suits, desire to bid. So this makes me happy. So they've now gotten themselves into 4 spades, 4 hearts. There's sort of a basic rule about games, which is no matter how much you think it's likely to be going down, you typically should not double. Because if this is a good game that they sort of should be in, and just there's some shortness stuff going on, well, there's got some shortness accounting for other stuff, then you risk to lose a lot because a lot of other tables are going to be there. And if it's a bad game that they shouldn't be in, you have much higher. You don't gain much. So it's sort of people aren't in bad games, typically aren't in bad games, and typically are in good games. So doubling a game just because you think it might go down is a bad proposition. So a diamond got led. I'm going to cover the jack with the queen. And now comes a decision point. I think I'm just going to cash the ace of spades because that can go away. And so West is holding no more spades very likely. And now I'm going to return a club, hoping that I'm leading through strengths to weaknesses. Verdict on this should come in. This is exactly middle of the road. So, yep. I think it's hard to have the confidence to bid 3 spades. Oh, that's really interesting. So now I'm entitled to 2 heart tricks because I play the king on the jack. So this will be won by the 10. But now I can play the king on the jack. Michael now needs to be very careful to not attack hearts, because if he attacks hearts, I will then draw him of hearts and lead clubs. And he could get into much more serious problems if that happens. He is avoiding these problems. He has correctly identified the threat. But now he has no way out of losing two. He has no way to not lose two hearts, but he has no way to do worse than that. But forced to rough his own queen, he now, or not even forced to rough his own queen, he does. And now I collect two hearts and it's off too. So the problems arose. I think the problems immediately started yeah, I think ducking this trick was an unfortunate scenario, but you have to recognize that the 9 probably begets the 10. So you win this, and the 8 will knock out the 10 to the A, setting up the 7. So ducking that was unfortunate. And then, again, taking the finesse as opposed to trying to drop or rough out the queen also cost another. At this point, everything set in stone. Yep. So other tables, and people struggled with this. Like this is, I think, so at least two other tables were down. We're only making 2. One pair, 1 club, 2 no, 3 no. Looks like things may have gotten off the rails. Good round. I now hold a 13 count with 6 hearts. So again, if it gets to me, I will open 1 heart, but it did not get to me. So Ethan opened a diamond. This is one of the less optimal bids in the system, showing 2 or more diamonds and 10 to 16 points. So after this 2 spades, I think I am going to So 3 hearts is non-forcing, so I need to double to see what Ethan has, and he will make a decision. If he bids 4 clubs, I am now going to bid 4 hearts and hope that we make. He is likely to be short in hearts. He's 5-4 or better. He is 5-4 or better in the minors, one either way. So now 4 hearts reveals that I had a good hand with hearts, and Ethan is probably. So we may be in a 7 or 6 card heart fit, but it is unlikely based on the auction. So indeed, we're in an 9 card heart fit. We have 2 diamond losers, and okay, so my plan here is I'm going to win the high spade, ruff a spade, and then play 2 rounds of trump. Okay, so king of hearts. Okay, so the queen of hearts was over there, so that will eventually win a trick. So now I need to figure out how to play clubs. So now my choice is to finesse west or take a roughing finesse on east. I think the queen of hearts is there, and the jack of spades, likely some spades here. I'm going to finesse west. Okay. And now either this drops it or it doesn't. So now I just rough the drop. And now 7 to the ace, 10 pitches the jack. And here he is allowed to take his queen of hearts whenever he wants. Yep. So we made it 2 overtricks. Everyone else is making 2 overtricks, likely because the spade lead. It doesn't even matter. Okay. So yeah, nobody was playing the hearts correctly. So after 2 spades, this hand is going to pass. Just let it be. And some people got to 4. One poor pair got to 4 spades. We got doubled. So opposite this 2-no turn bid, which probably promises a spade stopper, I am going to completely ignore spade and try to set up my club. I also should have led the queen of clubs, but that's not relevant. That's not going to matter at all in this hand. The misclick cost is not going to be pretty costly. Okay, so I think there's little value in holding up. I think, well, I'll hold up for one round. So now, if clubs are 3-1, I want to lead a little one. If they're not, if Ethan has 1 or 0, I want to lead something else. I am going to lead a little one. Hope that Ethan has. Okay. Now, Alad wins the 10, and if I am ever allowed to get in, I will get 4 bucks. Well, now it's going to be 3. Now I'm going to go 2. There's still 3. So again, I chose not to do Alad's work for him by leading. Spade. This card is dead. Made exactly. What else is going on? Nobody else has done it. So here, one pair got to 4 spades and went off 1 undoubled. One pair only made overtrick. So this is a balanced 10 count. I am passing. Only 1 overtrick, 1 pair. So we're above average. So this beat par. Okay, so partner has 5 spades and overcall. So I'm just going to go my spade support. I think we'll see what happens from here. So nobody else found the game. Credits to that 2-no bid. Again, this bid is purely competitive. If he wanted to do an invite, he would have bid 3 diamonds. And I am happy to leave him there with 4 3-3 shape. Okay. So again, we beat par, but nobody found par, so unfortunate bad board for us. Okay. So we have okay, this is an interesting situation. So we have a club loser, a diamond loser, a heart loser, and 2 spade losers. And it is unlikely So Materi is 5-4 or better in the minors. Okay. So now, because our goal should be to set up hearts, I'm going to guess that Ethan wants to attack spades. Okay, so an important protection against 4-1 has happened in that the ace has captured an honor. So now they will be guaranteed at most 2 stakes. 2. So that was an important development. So Alad is trying to drain my hand of trump. Not a bad play. So now I think the best hope now is to try to play Alad for the Queen Jack of Hearts. Here he's showing up with the Ace of Diamonds, the Queen of Spades, Ace of Clubs, Queen of Spades. Okay. Now we're off. Because that sets up the Jack of Diamonds. Assuming Ethan remembers that the Jack of Diamonds. Yes. And now, there we go. We were always going to be off 1. Currently middle of the board, middle of the pack. One poor, unfortunate pair. Got into 2 spades here. And one pair let 2 clubs ride. I automatically bid 2 spades with a south hand. Final verdict on this one is a complete bottom because nobody found the making 3-no. A lot of people got into 3 diamonds. So they played this as Leventhal and then getting out at 3 diamonds. So pair invited, so it's a 23-point game, but sometimes, again, these things make. A lot of people are being allowed to buy it under 3. If we leave them in 3 clubs, well, then they don't do as well. So 2 spades is par. Yep. I don't hate Ethan's raise. Two clubs, what's likely to happen? Ace of diamonds and a diamond. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we're just entitled to 5 tricks off the top. To ace of diamonds, ace king of hearts, ace of spades. Okay, so now I have a balanced 8 count. I am going to pass. Okay. We know where the values are in this auction. I am not going to overcall 2 clubs because it is vulnerable. Okay, so 1 heart, 1 spade, and 2 hearts. 4 hearts, okay. So I don't particularly like my non-trump leads. And Kyle rates to have 2 hearts on this auction. I am going to lead. Okay. Under the philosophy that it's not likely to cost me, because any finesse gets taken anyways. So, the hope was to destroy a rough. The cost felt minimal. There's no way Andrew is ever leading not, never not taking the finesse on that lie. Okay. Andrew is out of books. He knows finesse. Question is, does he try for the draw? Have to, apparently. This is likely over 10 times to Tuesday. Yep. Completely untouchable. Some people didn't even find the Okay, with this balanced 5 count, I am not going to interject myself into the auction. Yeah, I agree with Ethan here. Okay, so some people found the game and then let go of tricks. So okay, at least one other pair found in me. They are in 4 hearts after bidding a lot. Likely 5-5 in the majors, likely 3 hearts. Okay, so on this, I'm going to give attitude, and I am going to discourage. Actually, I'm going to discourage to close. Rainbow suit preference. Okay. Now, instead of voluntarily getting uppercut, if that is what Andrew has in store for me, so the spade ruff was good, but it cost Kyle the ability to finesse my king enough. You take this ruff, hope that I can get to Ethan's hand. So that's two tricks that yes. We got more tricks than the tricks that were nailed down. Okay. So that's better to see. Okay. So over one club with this questionable 5 count, I am going to pass. Okay. So now this is showing the pointed suits. So I am now going to bid 2 spades. Off the back of us being white on red, so now the interesting question comes about sacrifice. I am going to suspect that this is a good sack. My 5 spades, great to be useful. The right colors mean that we only have to make 1 to get doubled. This is not a precise bid. This is strongly informed by the colors. But my work here is done. Hand is worth probably 1 trick. So now the basic question here is, I think I am supposed to leave a diamond because this is my only chance to get in. This could be going under the king. Now we'll find out. They're up. That ended the thing. Yep. So again, we put them into a tough spot about where to go. And they wound up being in the wrong spot. I think one of the key things that sort of worked against them was the doubletons, the matching doubletons destroying. Somehow these doubletons weren't working in tandem. Yeah, and the club being offside is the ultimate doom. Right? So you have to be proactive about getting your tricks here. If you don't set up the spade in time, then they can get a card onto a club, presumably. Yeah, so again, the double dummy analysis is that you need to beat a spade first. This should be a very good board. I'm curious how we do in. Curious how we do in four spades. We go back to the start, play four spades, double. Back, wait, no. So it would actually be pass, pass, four spade, pass. So according to double dummy, we're off two. So I bid par. I successfully bid par. Kyle had to guess what to do, and he guessed five hearts. And I think that's a reasonable guess. This is another interesting thing. I think that's a reasonable guess because of the colors. Right? You have to feel like you're beating it by four in order for this to be good, and it just does not feel like you're beating it by four. Right? Like maybe you get two hearts, a spade, couple diamonds. Right? Like you have to, it does not feel like this is a beat by four situation. And it's not, so. They were the only people that had par bid on them. Some people are overcalling with one spade with my hand, which is awfully light. I don't like that. And some people, everyone else is letting the auction go passively. I think Ethan's decision to bid to double there really helped me. I think also just this color judgment either. Oh yeah, no, I think I agree with the statement. The difference between four spades doubled and five hearts is 0 match points. I mean, that's why I like the five heart bid. I think that it is more likely that five hearts is the correct bid at match points than double. Even though I think at a game, at an imp game, I probably would be more inclined to double. Yeah, this is tough break. I mean, I think we returned the favor from board 7. Okay, this is a balanced 11 count. If East passes, I open one no. So that is an incredibly tough break. East did not pass, so I am now going to pass. Just sit here quietly with my balanced 11. If Ethan wants me to do something, I will definitely do something, but so this is Woosley's corollary. You don't want your opponents to play in their 8-card major pit when you have an 8-card minor pit. They only bid 3 diamonds and then stop participating in the art. Okay. I am now going to politely lead a diamond. And we'll see how this goes. I am probably going to take 2 hearts, a club. So I need Ethan to take 2 tricks. I may be able to finagle 2 clubs. We'll see. Sorry, I just had some director stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to lead back a diamond. So Ethan is busy destroying the diamond rough. Yeah, here's the full auction. I had nothing to say. Yeah, I was happy to defend. I don't like 4 triple threes. I don't know. And I think that we just got paid off massively. We're now doing this. I mean, yeah, it's a thin double at match points, right? Like, opening free overcall, opening free response. I don't like our odds of making 3-0. I'm just happy to defend Yeah, this is a slaughter, but I don't think it's the double's going to make a lot of extra. Like, I don't need to rub it in. Like, I think we'll take a look. Yeah, I mean, we just defended well. Like, I could double for 700 points and 0 match points. So with this and 3 points balanced, I am game not starting the auction. Yeah, I mean, I think so. Yeah, I mean, they were likely going down, but I don't want to be, you know, I don't think it's going to make a big difference. And if heaven forbid they run, yeah, I think you also phase. You also overrate how likely people at clubs are to double part scores. I am one of like I think 2 out of the 3 players in this club who are willing to double a part score are north south at this table, and the other one will probably be entering the chat at some point. So Ethan is now giving East West the wrong impression about what's going on in the hand. Now has 3 high spades. Yeah, I can double for yeah, I can double for zero match points. You know, I mean it's hard to read during the auction how shapely partner's hand is, how many diamond tricks we actually get because of voids. I doubt that 3 no is going to be bid after opening bid response. I think there just aren't enough points in the deck for 3 no for most pairs to figure out that 3 no is good there. I don't know. I just don't see double as being a highly likely thing. One no off two, likely a very good result given that they have all the points. Yep. Okay, so this is basically something between a 7 count and 10 count with 6 spades. We'll wait to see what happens in the auction. So, weak heart bid, okay. Just be quiet here. I don't think 2 spades materially improves things with these spades. Fine. I don't. I'm seeing this as 16 total tricks, period. I don't think. So we'll see what happens next. Hopefully, ace of hearts and a heart knocks out all the remaining hearts. Hopefully, they're 3-3. If not, so we have to lose one more heart and one more diamond. Okay. So very good board. Good defense. Very good board. Yeah, very good board off. We bought it at 1-0. Looks like it's probably going to be average-ish. Yeah, I guess it is fun to double part scores. Yeah. No, I mean, I think, yeah. So again, yeah, I think this is another hand where it's important to have methods. Okay, so now we're halfway through. I have a balanced 11 count. If heaven forbid it gets to me, I'm opening one no. It does not get to me, so this is, so I have 8 plus 2, 1. This is the single relay strain I know the most. Yep, we play mini 3-no trump in first through third seed. All colors. This is something which, again, we've discussed and we've agreed that it's not actually good, but it's certainly fun. So, you know, I think at the club level, you're allowed to have more fun. So Ethan is going to bid one no, and now I'm going to bid. So I have 4 hearts and not 4 spades. 2 diamonds. He's going to bid 2 hearts, and I'm going to bid 2 spades, showing 4-4 in the red suits. Uh, 4. Thank you. It's good to have a chat to correct me on this. So now, so this is for diamond. And then he's going to bid 2 no, and I'm going to bid 3 clubs, showing 2, 4, 4. Two, 4, 4, 3. And now if he asks, I have one or two controls. 1 or 2 controls. So 3 diamonds is an asking bid. Anything else is. I have 3 hearts would be, am I weak or strong? 3 spades would be asking about a spade control. So he's asking about what's my overall strength, and so this is 1, 2 control. Okay, so now we get into this. So it is very, very likely that Ethan is going to bid a game now. Okay, so that's it. It's a very long road to 3-0. Okay. So after, so 3-0, in all relays in the system, 3-0 is always to play. If he wants to, if Ethan wants to continue the relay, he'd have to bid 4 clubs. I think this is to prevent 3-no from ever being the death reply. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, 3 spades shows exactly 3 controls. Ethan can end the auction with 3-no. Or continue with 4 clubs. And that's it. Is now stacking diamonds. So we now are guaranteed 3 diamonds. Queen of clubs showing up. So now we're guaranteed 3 hearts, 3 diamonds, club, and a spade. Yeah, it's nice when your opponents solve all your problems for you. Sometimes it happens. Yeah, looks like it makes sense. Does it? I'm not sure if it makes 6 or 5. We've already lost a trick. I haven't been keeping count to the extent that I should. If the club is set up, they broke. Okay. Well, then, we made 6. Yep. Okay. Well, and this is part of what I dislike about match points, that fighting that carefully for every single trick is not worth it. Now, I don't hate the heart lead, but 5 hearts. But I think I have 4. Spade lead. I think this is an important lesson. Don't fall asleep when your opponents are relaying. I think if you pay attention and you see spade lead is. I think there's a difference between I don't hate it and I'd prefer to see a spade lead. Right? Especially. Oh, actually, you don't know. Right? Why was Ethan relaying so much? Because he had 8 controls and he wanted to know if slam was on. Yeah, no, I think the hope is that you get a free finesse, and then, right, like if it's ace queen over king jack. Okay, so this double is either 5 minor, 4 major, or 6 cards in a minor, or a big hand. I have been relieved of my bidding duties. Yeah. No, in this case, Ethan was relaying to see if was getting through the boring information about my shape to find out what my control situation was. So I'm guessing that Ethan is 5 diamonds, 4 spades. Yeah, most of the time. I think, well, once Ethan hears that I'm balanced and that I don't have a 5-card major, he throws in the towel on looking on the exact shape stops mattering. Right? Once he knows I'm balanced and don't have a 5-card major. Like, I think after two diamonds. If he could have asked about controls immediately, he would have. But, okay. I'm going to give count here. So, hi. Geez, those are so bad units. Those are not going to set up. Okay, so now I want to discourage spades. Pitch a spade. Club. Now they're off on the tree. The clubs are likely not doing anything. So, queen of 2. Off 3. Off 4. Or off 6. Out. Ouchie. Okay, so this is a balanced 11 count, and so time to make a bid that is more fun than good. Assume that that's natural, but ask to find out. It's natural. And now let's see if they are cogent of each other's agreement. So again, for those watching, the most important thing about week 1 no, about dealing with the week 1 no, is to make sure you know your agreement. Yeah, I mean, I've come around to really liking just opening all 15 to 17 with even with 5-3-2-2. Okay. And you think about what I want to do here? I can just diamond. I've come around to opening this. I mean, I guess my favorite system involves having 2 clubs just be immediately puppet, or not even puppet, just sort of asks about a 5-card major. 2 diamonds denies a 5-card major and says nothing about a 4-card major. So that has become my favorite treatment. So they're now entitled to diamond trick. other thing that I've become more convinced by is to just run out the ace more frequently. Increases your chance of finding roughs. The spade lead was probably too loose. On the other hand, there's likely no way. He likely has not many ways back onto the board. So yep. Okay. So we got plus 100. There were some pass outs, which I believe. Yep. So that was an excellent round. Yeah. And going back to this, I think, yeah, in general, you don't need to zoom to controls, and knowing shape is more important. But with Ethan's hand, once he knows I have exactly 4 hearts and less than 4 spades, we're going to some amount of no trump. Funny, after that incredibly long auction, we still finish ahead of time. I think, because all it puts it, our strategy is to be reasonably quick in most of the circumstances, and then hurry up when you need to. Okay. So we hold. So this is a 5-3-3-2 6 count. There's a case, but I feel like you can guess that most of the field is going to be in, you know, and especially once you hear about the Doubleton spade, I think that's when you just give up, because you just hope that they don't need spades, right? Because you're not going to get roughs. Yeah, no, it's definitely anti-field. So 0 to 7 official. Yeah, no, it's probably worth thinking about, but especially because their eyes glazed over during the auction. Yeah. Okay. So my action here is 4 plus spades. I need to remember. I may have done this wrong. I can never remember these sequences. I'm going to correct to 2 hearts. I probably boffed this. It's likely promises 3 hearts. And I just hope we're not making. Let's pull up and figure out what I should have actually done. Okay, so after this, so yeah, so 2 diamonds was a minimum. Okay. Well, today I may have, actually it's a tough call. I don't know if 2 hearts is going to do better than, yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, we have to think about what the field auction would be. Yeah, I don't know what. Okay, so let's figure out. Yeah, so 1 diamond, 1 heart. We just made 4 hearts, so. I mean, we had no business making 4 hearts. Okay. So the field auction is likely 1 diamond, 1 spade, 2 hearts as a reverse, and bail. Yep. Today everyone found the no Trump game. See how no Trump is supposed to do. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 18 points. Slam is in reach. Double for now. See what comes out. Passive bid. Yeah, it's a pretty big hand. It's so 11 to 15 plus 18 is 29 to 33. It almost has to be on raw power. I don't see it. I am clearly advertising a big hand. I guess if Ethan has a really good hand, he can continue. But right, like, you need to show a 6 heart. It's a big hand, but it has 0 shape. Tough call. Yeah, it looks like we need The king of diamonds is likely onside. I think we just go low with the jack of spade, go low with the spade, and hope. I think it's some people went down in 3-0. Yeah, good defense. You're supposed to go down in 3-0. You're supposed to make 4 hearts. Okay, so slams off. Unless the queen drops. It's a tough call. Maximum punish. Right, I mean, East made the only action. Yeah, no, it's definitely East made the only action in the auction. Is a favorite to have most of the points. Potentially, it's roughing a natural heart trick. It's not. Yep. That's true. I don't. But I don't think it actually matters. I think we're always losing. Oh, it does matter. We lost a trick off that. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. I mean, do you want to lock in making 5, or do you want to play for making 6? Yeah. Six no. Could not make. But okay. So this is 11 balanced. Six no should not make. God, what is this? Forgotten what this is. Yeah, I don't know how 6 no makes. Well, I guess is probably wrong. Okay, we're in 3-0. Figure out what it's supposed to mean. Double is penalty. Okay, that was my bad. Keep on forgetting that. On the other hand, I think I'd still rather be in the game. So far, Ethan's decision cost us half a match point. Okay, that solves that. So I've got 2 heart winners, 3 spade winners, 2 club winners. Hearts are safe to cash. See what pops out here. Spade. Another spade. Okay. I'm now going to go. Okay, that's good to see. Now I'm going to use principal restricted choice, play U for the queen of clubs. Not that I have much choice, if any. Nope. Okay. So that 7 of clubs, I think, was the last one. Then it. Yeah, so let's figure out how 6-no made, because that's interesting. Oh, yeah, no, they should be able to figure it out, but not everyone vigorously counts. Okay, so this is the 6-no that made. Okay, so okay, yeah, so there's the king of spades. So that answers your question about how 6-no made. Okay. It happens. It happens. I don't know. I mean, so again, so low spade, fine, sure. Diamond gets in with the heart and then leads the king of spades, and that solves every question. Yeah. I mean, some people, this club doesn't have super experienced people sometimes, so. So we're going to go back to looking at this one. Okay, so I have a balanced 7 count. I am going to pass. Yeah, we can take a look. See if East was squeezed. So okay, so here I'm bidding 1 spade. East was never squeezed. Now West just doesn't cash. Okay. No. Yeah, East has to trust West to guard diamonds. Okay. I mean, West then needs to just willingly throw the king into the ace and hope that East is guarding diamonds. Hmm. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tricks off the top. But once the spade gets played, so once the spade squeezes East, funny enough. So West squeezed East. Right? So yeah, so at this point, when West leads Jack of spades, if East goes a diamond, I then diamond to the ace and win 2 diamond tricks. And if East pitches a club, then I get the club and the diamond. Yeah, if West exits with the king of diamonds, I just can't get back into my hand. Ethan just took 5 tricks, and now he's probably going to. So this is finessing against the 10, didn't work. And now East just set up Jack of hearts. Yeah. And now the rest are. Diamond drops the king. Okay. A3. Normal auction is 1-0 all pass. Okay, so this is 13 count with 6-4 in the majors. Okay, that's enlightening. I'm just going to pass here and let West struggle. So that should imply the ace. So now I'm going to do that. Two, three, four. Here. Poor West. Oh, poor West. Poor West. Oof. Perfectly normal bid. Oh. That sucks. Okay, so that's 11 to 13. So here I am just going to bid a natural 2 hearts. Most fun. Alerts. This is a fun thing to do. Just naturally bid. Oh, and I got harder. Oh, nice. Let's see. Opens 1-0 with two, or with 16, I mean, yeah, that's likely their agreement to open one no there. Ish. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, I'm just gonna go for the drop. That wasn't wrong. Okay. So West gets her unit parts at some point. They just keep on answering my question. Yep, so some people got saved by a bid. Oh, geez. Oh, that worked out well for us, making some over tricks. That worked out. That worked out well for us. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'll pass. Fine. Guess that's a little quiet here, but I don't hate it. As fast a diamond, spade, no two diamonds. Sure. Fine. Diamond of heart, spade. That's a sacrifice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, I think I personally would open that basically always. But yeah, yeah, I would always open that. I think it's just such a field bid. Yeah. This pair got themselves in trouble opening 10 points, second seat. So, yep, I think it's an interesting question of whether or not I do this natural heart bid. I think I am decently likely to hit partner with 3 hearts. That was another good round. Oh, jeez, we've been stringing together. Yeah. Yeah, we strung together 10 plus scores in a row. Yeah. Yeah, the mini 1-no strikes again. We've had good luck with the mini 1-nos, I think. But it's not always there. Okay. We have a nice score. I have 7 high card points and 6 hearts, so if I am very likely bidding 2 hearts, unless East bids 1 spade or 1 no, or 2 level. I'm going to jump to 2 hearts if I can, and if not, I will think carefully. That's also a really painful tide for bottom for East, because I think that pass is mechanical, this pass is mechanical. If I hear 2 no, that's a, then I will say bad hand, bad suit. Suit, bad hand. For standards for a good suit are 2 of the top 3 or 3 of the top 5. I don't have that. I don't like my queens. Bad hand, bad. Which hand? Board 20. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a mechanical pass. Yeah, this hand, I mean, we play precision, right? So we have a little bit more latitude in our 2 hearts, in our weak 2s. weighs onto the board aplenty. Spades don't get roughed. Actually, I do hope spades get roughed. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, now I just take this. If we make 4. I probably could have tried to mise the trick. Oh, well. Yeah, I should try to mise the trick, leave the 10 of diamonds. Goes 10, Jack, Queen, and I can pitch my remaining 2 diamonds. Oh. So this is 13 technically, so 10 to 16 cards. Okay. So I am passing. I am. So let's see what happens. I mean, I think it's technically fine. Yeah, you have to guess the Jack. Everyone else is in 4. I think just automatic raises. Okay, so here, I think I'm going to want to okay, so let's do this. Some people didn't find it. I think we're one of 2 pairs that passed. Now, hope that East doesn't fly the ace. East didn't fly the ace. Failed to follow the rabbi's rule. So we're now going to make. Oh boy. Ouch. Yeah, I think if South passes, North South get there, but I don't think. Anyone does. Let's just do this. Plane's just faster. Yeah, I don't think anyone does. I think most people here are undisciplined about their weak 2s. Well, I guess 1 club happened. I guess, oh yeah, that pair doesn't play standard. Yep. If I call it good suit, good hand, we get to 4 hearts. Not sure if I'm supposed to. Yeah. No business making 2, much less 4. Okay, so this is a balanced 10 count. I'm going to wait to see what happens. Mechanically putting the jack, okay. Yeah. I think it's more I just didn't like the points. I think if I have okay, so this should be you know what? This is just a 2 hearts bid. I'm not gonna bother inviting with this awful shape. I think I'm gonna rely on Ethan to tell me to continue. Okay. So Ethan's pushing, so I'm gonna now go. Yeah, no, I think in general I should be narrow. I think in general I should be narrower in second seat. And with the one partner I play 2/1 with, I probably would pass that in second seat. But I probably would pass that in second seat. But given its precision, I think I have more. My hand is bounded more hard, bounded above, and yeah, I don't know. It's a tough call. So this worked out really well. Yep. Okay. So partner wanting to continue. Yeah. Okay. So we lose 1 spade, question mark, hearts, and 1 or 2 diamonds. The question of how to play the diamonds. Oh. Okay. Now we know how to play the diamonds. So now I know how to play the hearts for no hearts. So now okay. So now we've solved the diamonds too. So now you just finesse. Yeah. So now you finesse west for the 10 of hearts, leave the 9. go. So now we're going to make now we make six, because now we can drop that, diamond to the 10, jack of clubs, pitch the ace, pitch a small spade, and the ace of spades. Oh, overtrick likely mattered. Yep, overtrick matters. Yeah, so that's the game. I think we had a pretty solid last round and a very solid game leading up to it. This was below average result. This is an actively excellent result. This is a very good result. Only the first overtrick so far, but so far only the first overtrick matters, although more are likely to. Look at how Steph is doing. Yep. So if Dorian plays this correctly, didn't. Yeah, no, I think again, I think my decision here is that I'm playing precision, and with precision, I think you have more latitude to do weak twos, and partner expects more latitude on your weak twos. No, precision, I think, does enter into it. You bid more lightly, right? If your partner knows you can't have 10 points, you can be a little weaker. I don't know. This is the style that we go for. I think this is in line. Weak twos with this hand are in line with how we play. And yeah, I agree. It's somehow this time it didn't work out well, but I like it in general. And I think it's also with I have another player who I play a slightly different system with where I would probably never open that week. Yeah. Fair enough. So this is it. Let's see how we did. So we won overall, and it wasn't particularly close. We got a nice score. Yeah, very nice game. In more ways than one. So, yep, I think that was a good run. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna head off.